So you remember a couple months ago when an artist planned a naked Donald Trump statue in a New York public park? You remember? You remember this? You remember? And, well, another artist just placed a nude Hillary Clinton statue on a Manhattan sidewalk, but this time a woman knocked it down, sat on it until it was removed by the police because there was no permit. But the question is this offensive or is it art?
That's an age-old question.
I think art can be offensive. I mean, anything can be offensive. Look, you can be an atheist walking down the street and see a crucifix and find that offensive. You can be someone who opposes LGBT rights and see a gay pride parade and be offended. Yeah. The bottom line is you don't need to react to everything. Sometimes you can just see it. You know what? I didn't like either of those pieces. Yeah, that wasn't my taste, but I don't need to tackle it and sit on it and break it and make some kind of statement.
I missed the pantsuit myself.
You thought that would have added a little?
Neither of the artists obtained permits, and I was looking at just some of the things that go into getting one for like the New York City parks, and it's an extensive process that takes about 6 months, and they take into account other work you've done. It's how it is to human scale, like the size and everything. So, because I found these really big and kind of crazy.
Yeah.
And so they would normally take that into account and where it's located. And that's the thing is I do believe you have a right to do that. I just feel like they're both eyesores. Like,
you know, back in 1999, Rudy Giuliani was the mayor of New York City, and there was an exhibit, I guess, whatever you want to call it, at the Brooklyn Museum of the Virgin Mary, revealing a breast made of elephant dung, and she was surrounded by angels drawn in the shape of genitalia. This was in the museum. And he said, I'm taking all public funding away from the Brooklyn Museum. This is disgusting, blah, blah, blah. And the museum sued him, and they settled, and the museum won.
As they should.
Yes. Yeah. And as offensive as that is, and Hillary Clinton, as a matter of fact, I found a quote. She said, it's not appropriate to penalize and punish the museum, though she personally would not go to see the exhibition. So you have the choice. It's like this show. People get mad at things that we say. Click. I mean, not that I'm encouraging that. I'm saying this is a free country.
Well, let me tell you what the New York City Parks Department said.
Yeah.
NYC Park stands firmly against any unpermitted erection in city parks, no matter how small.
That was about
No, it's...
and 1 point for New York City parks.
It's what they said. Okay?
When I looked at the Donald Trump statue, I thought he had Speedos on. No.
That was Hank Speedos.
I know. When I looked really close, I went, oh, there's no underwear on.
No, he's wearing no underwear.
Yeah.
But now, just...
Well, there's the Botero. We were talking about the Botero statue, which you might see at the Time Warner Center. And it is, Botero made these large, huge people. And there he is, full frontal. And the body is bronze, and the genitalia is a slightly different color because people take a picture hanging on to it. It's not that.
It's a beautiful, I mean, it's an amazing sculpture.
That's allowed right in the middle of the Time Warner building.
Well, because it's private property.
And because Botero's famous.
Well, and because it's well, no, if it's a great, if whoever owns the property thinks that the art is amazing, they have the right to put whatever they want in there, and you have the right not to go in. But that's why, I mean, Botero's a great artist. But it's just kind of amazing. But you talk about how people look and what happens. You know, as crazy as this campaign has been, I think both sides can probably agree on the fact that Michelle Obama looked at dinner last night.
Cry.
I was going to say, I wonder if it makes them sad or if they're happy to be done.
She said it was bittersweet.
Okay.
It's like you want to say, don't go, don't leave us.
I'm gonna miss her. She and I, we disagree on policy in some instances, but I'm going to miss her because I think that she's a family woman. I think she's been a role model for what a first lady should be. She's been classy, she's sophisticated, she's respectful, and no matter what your policy is or what you're trying to usher in or what you believe in, your job as a first lady is to be representative of what this country means to people around the world, and I'm proud to have her as my first lady. I'm going to miss her.
She was great.
Yeah, I agree.
And she raised good kids, and, you know, they're a great family. There's an R&B singer, Frank Ocean's fashion choice apparently flipped some people out. because he was wearing Vans, a pair of checkerboard Vans, and people say, oh, it was disrespectful. Now look, I can tell you at almost all the affairs I've gone to at the White House, in my gowns, I've had on sneakers because it's more comfortable and you don't want to have to parade. I didn't want to have to parade around on spikes. Yeah. So I totally get it. He's comfortable. He looks good. And they go together because it's black and white check, white shirt, black pants. Come on, y'all.
It's a look. It's a great look.
Fantastic. And it shouldn't matter what the cost of the shoe, that it's an inexpensive shoe. It wasn't like a beat-up sneaker. He looked fantastic. Yeah. That was a style choice.
Were people upset that Vans were inexpensive?
Yeah, they were saying it was a $50 shoe.
So what?
So?
As if that was bad. Yeah, right. I'm like, good for him.
Yeah.
I like that. I like that about him. That he liked those were the shoes he liked, and whether they were $50 or $500 or whatever they were, that's what he was going to wear. I like that.
I think sometimes when people have money, people expect them to spend it on clothing and shoes and expect them to wear expensive things because they have it.
Well, sometimes expensive doesn't go with your wardrobe.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work. Sometimes, you know, it's the $5 shoe.
Yeah.
Don't I know it? You know,
we love a bargain.
A bargain. I do love a bargain. Ashley Graham, you know Ashley Graham. She's a plus-size model. She's also taking heat for her fashion choice because she wore leather pants to her sister's wedding. This was her sister's wedding. So if her sister ain't mad, why is everybody else?
Because people have to complain about, they see things and it's like they're angry in their own lives and they lash out at what is the difference. I'm sure she said, hey, this is what I'm going to wear. And her sister said, cool, you look great. End of story. But somehow the public, Twitter, Facebook, everybody's got to chime in and get cranky. Just don't worry about them. Worry about what you're wearing. Don't worry about what she's wearing. Don't worry about what her sister's wearing.
Just like the sneakers, I think getting dressed for any event is stressful enough. Like if you find something you like and it happens to be a black leather pant or something that maybe makes you feel thin or looks good at angles, more power to you.
Look at her outfit today. It's like a salute to the Audubon Society. Stand up.
She's like the Our producer said I looked like I was wearing a feather duster, and I said, well, I like feather dusters.
Do you do windows, too?
I do. Slide up and slide down all day long. Yeah, no, I love people, though, that just are themselves. I've said this before on air, that I went to Catholic school for years. I had to wear a uniform. I hated it. I felt like I couldn't express myself. It drove me crazy. So when I see people that are going to weddings, or as long as you check with the bride or you check with the person who's running the event, if they don't care, be yourself, be comfortable. I don't care if you come in your sweatpants to my wedding. Just come and eat my cake. That's all I care about.
No, don't upstage the bride. That's a bad thing.
Well, that's the only thing I noticed once.
Yeah. It's like weddings and funerals. And when you go to a funeral, the dead person is the star of the show. Let's tell the truth. So you don't want to come in there with a red dress and act like it's your day. It's the corpse's day. And the same goes for a wedding.
Oh, my gosh, Joy. I just got an image. Let Grandma have her day, okay?
Nana deserves it.
I love that.
Yes.
You know, they come in with a red dress in the funeral.
And especially if you're going to be dive bombing into the coffin. You know, you should, unless you know what they're, you should at least, you know, coordinate.
And don't make a scene.
But you have to. You know, this is we talk about this all the time because I always say to Joy, you know, Italy is a rowboat away from Africa. So oftentimes Italian women and black women do the same stuff.
Yeah.
Black women, Italian women will throw themselves into the hole that they've dug. Talk about, don't leave, oh my God. And this is the man they haven't spoken to for 10 years.
Couldn't stand him.
They can't stand the man. Won't be in the same room, but let him die. And get away from them. Both sisters and sisters will leap in there and try to get going with him. It's crazy. We'll be right back.
I knew.
Tonight is the last time Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump will face off in the final presidential debate. Talk about fatigue. So we're going to find out the biggest potential fireworks from a woman who's probably still recovering from moderating the last debate. Please welcome ABC News' Martha Raddatz.
You to take us inside the last debate. We know that obviously...
Are you sure?
Yes. As moderator, you'd been prepping for weeks, but 2 days before the debate, the tapes were leaked of Donald
Anderson Cooper and I watched the tape be released, and of course we'd been studying all week, and then we see the tape releasing. We knew everything was changing. Yeah. I often describe the vice presidential debate that I did in 2012. It was like studying for the SATs and then taking them in front of 60 million people. Right. This one was like studying for the bar exam and taking it in front of a firing squad.
I feel you.
Yeah, kind of from all sides. We really didn't know what would happen. But it was, you know, it was so serious. And we really had to adjust and figure out how we would approach that and how we would get answers. And it's a town hall, too. Yeah. So you had people there who were, you know, we didn't know what their questions would be until that morning.
Well, so you also, not only did you have people there, but you get there and you discover that now there's an added group that Trump has gotten all these Bill Clinton accusers. So you walk in and they say, oh, and by the way.
Exactly. And could it get any stranger, right? After Friday. So we were upstairs waiting to go downstairs. There are TV monitors inside where we were waiting, and we see this press conference with the women. And I think Anderson and I just thought, okay, we have no idea what we're going to face. I mean, you really didn't. Yeah. It's so unpredictable, these debates, this whole election cycle. You just can't know what to expect. I mean, we kind of practice different scenarios, and if this happens, what do we do? And if that happens, what do we do? But it's just, you just have to sort of sit at that desk and brace yourself and get in your zone and do the best job you can.
Well, he's unpredictable, Donald.
Yeah,
but
the whole thing is unpredictable.
Yeah. But your co-moderator, Anderson Cooper, he pressed Donald on whether he had actually assaulted these women, and did you ever do that? And because he pushed him, Donald Trump was forced to say no, which brought out all of these accusers. Did you anticipate anything like that?
You know, I think
fallout?
I think both Anderson and I and our debate teams felt it was really important to ask whether this was just talk or whether he had done that, and to press on that. I think we didn't think forward. I think you do your job to press for answers, and you do your job to try to get them back on track, both of them. It's a little hard to wrangle that. But that was such an important thing to ask and to have on the record. And, you know, you've heard women come out now and say it was that moment when they heard that that they wanted to come forward.
And Martha, now, we really need to know the scoop on this. There was some weird, creepy hovering going on. Now, anyone sitting at home kind of felt that SNL hit it spot on. Yeah. Did you guys, was it just the camera angles, or did you feel any of that body presence?
So they have marks on the floor where the candidates couldn't come towards us.
Good.
Thankfully. So they had to stay in their zone, but that was a pretty big zone. And he, of course, kept going, you know, back and forth and over his shoulder. And there's always a thing when it's different when you're inside and what you feel. Is this really happening? And I think it was even bigger and more apparent on the screen. So, and even bigger and more apparent at Saturday Night Live.
Now, tonight is the last debate. We already have drama. We have Hillary inviting Mark Cuban. You have Trump coming out and inviting President Obama's half-brother. What can we expect tonight?
Did I miss something? Did she have an affair with him or something? What the hell?
He's a Trump supporter. He's a Trump supporter, so Trump feels it's important for him to be there.
But why Obama's half-brother? I didn't get that part. I was like, okay, I see everything, but I don't get this part.
To me, it's in retaliation to the fact that Obama said to stop whining. So he had to do something. He didn't know what to do. He wants to psych out Obama and Hillary with that.
Okay, every everybody, and the moderator, Chris Wallace.
When this drama happens, as a moderator, I can imagine that adds tension to your job. What do you think's going on in Chris Wallace's head as he's saying, uh-oh, here this is coming my way?
Here comes the firing squad.
Yeah, here comes exactly. Saying, here comes the firing squad. I think Chris Wallace probably right now, and thankfully it's Chris Wallace today, and I can just watch and say, it's over for me.
It must be enjoyable
It's
for you, right?
so much more enjoyable. So glad it's over. But, Chris is a real pro. I'm sure he's just thinking about his questions. You really do try to tune out what's behind you. I mean, we had the Clinton family on this side behind us kind of raised up and on that side we had the Trump family kind of raised up, and then my family was behind, you knew your family was behind them. But once you get out there, you're prepared, you just become professional, you get less terrified the second that red light goes on. You guys know how that works. It was an experience, and I do hope it illuminated people. I mean, it's a really important function for people.
Do you think he'll bring the Hillary statue on the set?
Maybe they'll play clips from Saturday Night Live. I don't know.
You know what? Jerry Springer should host the next one because it's turning into that.
Thankfully, there will not be another one. One of the things I love about you as a journalist is that you go everywhere, and you're getting ready to go where again?
I'm getting ready to go back into the war zone, into Iraq.
How many times have you gone in?
Dozens.
That's right, yeah.
And, I keep seeing the same people when I go back. I was riding around in a Black Hawk helicopter earlier this summer with a guy who's now a 2-star general who was a lieutenant colonel when I met him. He's back. I'm like, how many times do we have to come back here? But it's, they're professionals over there. There are 5,000 American service members over there, and a lot more civilians still doing their best over there. And it's a story I care deeply about.
Yes.
I care deeply about our service members and what they do. It's not so scary anymore because I'm used to it. Like, it's easier for me to pack to go there than it was to, pack for the show. So it's, what do I wear today? I know what to wear over there. But and I get body armor over there. I didn't at the debate, so I'm a little more.
Line of the day. Line of the day.
Please come back anytime.
I will. Thanks for having me.
You're a great woman. You're a great woman. Our thanks to Martha Raddatz. We will, of course, be right back. So this election has left many of us feeling beat to poop. And it's not even over yet. So our neighbors to the north in Canada sent us some love with a pep talk for America. Please take a look. Now,
I love Canadians. They're like the nicest people ever.
Canada's been a big supporter of ours for many years, going back to the fact that the end of the Underground Railroad is in Canada. They supported us when we needed them in World War I and World War II. They embraced folks who said, I don't think I can fight this war in Vietnam. And they allowed folks to come and be there. Canada, thank you, because
You're pretty cool, too.
you're pretty damn good,
Yeah.
So, this is news I think everybody will understand and appreciate, because it's important. Kim Kardashian apparently is doing some serious thinking about her future since the robbery. People magazine says she seems to have no desire to return to that part of her public life. She hasn't returned to social media and is avoiding the spotlight, which I think, may be good. I think
it's real?
I do, because I think that I don't think people really realize how people look at them. They are looking, and the bad guys are looking at you. They're looking to see, are you home? What do you have? You got a giant ring? And bad guys and bad women are all over the world.
Yeah.
And I don't think that people really take that seriously. So when you put all your information out, saying, oh yes, I'm going to this place and we're not here, and it's like,
Is that the only thing she's going to change, though? I mean, what else? Is there another plan? I'm just wondering.
Well, I haven't actually spoken to her.
Do you have any information?
I would think that she's making lots of plans. I would think she's not putting the baby out as much on social media.
So it's the exposure that she's going to cut.
Exposure. And I wonder if this is a sigh of relief for her in an unexpected way. You know, like when you lose your cell phone, you're like, I can't live without my cell phone. I can't live without it. And then it breaks, and you're without it for 5 days, and you go, oh my gosh, all this freedom that I have not being attached to my phone. And I wonder if she feels that way, that it's a way for her to almost get out of some of those contracts, to go, I could actually walk away from some of this and nobody would question it because my life was just threatened.
Yeah. Well, and I think it also makes her take note of the fact that there are ways to protect yourself by not putting on location services and different things when you post, not showing your whole living room, your house. So there's probably a middle ground here where she'll come back a little bit.
Right.
But
It was a message to everybody, though, because I've been careless. I mean, you forget. I've been careless. I get offered sometimes, oh, if you go to this place, you know, we'll give you this great stuff and just promote it. And then I forget, wait a minute, then I'm telling everyone where I am. And I'm sure there's plenty of people that like me and plenty of people that don't like me. So I think she was speaking to regular people. She was speaking to people who are minor celebrities and just reminding everyone that privacy is important and that, as you said, there are great people who love you watching, but there are people that want to harm you watching.
It doesn't matter because when you're a celebrity, everybody knows where you live. They know what your phone number is.
But they don't know your minute-to-minute moment. They don't know what you're carrying in your possession. There's things you can leave out. You can do your best.
There's no privacy anymore. It's over.
but there are things that you can do not to exacerbate.
Well, that's
you know,
good
because
for her
I think most people, particularly young people, don't realize how much information they're putting out there. And as we've found out, as you know, with emails and stuff, that doesn't disappear. People can always find this stuff on you. So when you're, partying and you look crazy because you're drunk and stuff, people can pull that up and they will judge you because now your social media is what they're going to, not your resume first. They're going to your social media pages to see what you're doing.
That's right.
It is something that, I don't think people realize how important it is to, maintain the profile you want to have and, tell your friends stuff. But you don't have to tell everybody what you're doing. You don't have to show your pookie. You don't have to show everything. You just, because it's like, is your pookie out there? No, Sarah.
I follow Joy. It is. No.
Don't tell anybody about the pookie, but tell people about whatever you're wearing.
This is a good one. So ABC's Choose Kindness campaign is running throughout the month of October in honor of National Bullying Prevention Month. And today I'm wearing orange for Pacers National Bullying Prevention Center Unity Day. Say that 5 times fast. Put on your orange and share your pictures with us using the hashtag #ChooseKindness, and you can learn more about that at abc.com. Be inspired. We want to hear from you. It's such a great campaign.
Yes, it is a great campaign. And we, of course, we'll be right back. Welcome back. You get me every time. A woman posted a blog on Allure magazine's website, writing that she has changed the way she feels about her body by being naked in her house as much as she can. Now, we had some questions. But the first one, I guess, is, would you give this a shot? I think it's a little dangerous myself.
Why?
Well, because if you're naked and you bake.
How about fried chicken? It's bad.
Or if you're frying stuff, hairnet.
Yeah.
I mean.
You need stuff held in, too. You're leaning over. Like, you just shouldn't be in the kitchen this way.
And if you're a certain age, you're hanging low. Be careful.
Don't bake naked, please. I don't want your treats if you bake naked.
No.
I don't want your treats.
I like the idea only because I never felt comfortable walking around naked. I don't know why. I've talked on the show about the jiggle. I put that out there, but the jiggle. No, listen, everybody jiggles. Everybody jiggles.
What, do you walk around? Do you walk around naked?
I struggled.
She's thrilled.
No. I struggled with, body image for a while where, there's stuff about your body, everybody has it, that you don't like. And I feel like maybe if you get used to being around yourself naked, there's mirrors everywhere. You're going to see yourself. So if you get used to it, then when you're around your lover, your partner, maybe the lights can go on at times where the lights would not be on.
What are you talking about? Listen, your body is fine. You're the only one who thinks there's something
I know,
wrong.
but that's
well, why would you? You
that's
could
what
be
I'm
naked.
saying.
Would you cook in the? Would you get in the kitchen and cook?
I had a bad experience with olive oil once cooking naked.
Okay. So you know it's not a good idea.
I like walking around naked, except that we talked about the little cameras on the computer, and now I'm all nervous walking around naked because someone might hack me.
How about the Venetian blinds? I woke up in the middle of the night, I had bare tops, and I'm getting like a glass of water, and I realize the blinds are open, the light is on, and there's a building over there.
Joy?
I dove down.
all the time.
Unless you see somebody with binoculars, they can't see you.
Why? If the light is on.
Even if the light is on, they cannot see you.
If the light's on, they can see in.
Yeah, they can see it.
But they can't see you
I see
unless
enough,
they're
Joy.
really close. And your building's not close enough for them to actually tell it to you.
People are watching you,
Positive.
Joy.
All right,
I've been on the other side. You can't see it.
All right.
We'll be right back.
You're lucky it's almost lunchtime.
They're really good.
Whoopi's digging into rib stick and fried chicken and running into some famous friends at the New York City Wine and Food Festival next.
Hey, now, you know, one of my favorite events of the fall just happened at New York's Wine and Food Festival, which has raised $9.5 million to help end hunger and benefit No Hungry Kid and Food Bank for New York. I get to host their annual chicken coop event where some seriously talented chefs put their own spin on that good old classic fried chicken. Take a look. So, I am here, you know what this is. This is my chicken coop. Every year, I try all of the greatest fried chicken that people can give me. So tonight is that night, fried chicken night. Let's go, y'all. You know you want to follow me. What's going on? What you got?
Korean fried chicken sandwich. This is our fried chicken and waffle sandwich. You've got some pickled green tomatoes, lots of pickles, and the bourbon maple syrup.
What's better than that, really? A fried chicken and waffle sandwich. Come on. Better than that, really? A fried chicken and waffle sandwich. Come on. Better than that, really? Sandwich. Come on. Better than that, really? Sandwich. Come on. So, I am here, you know what this is. This is my chicken coop. Every year, I try all of the greatest fried chicken that people can give me. So tonight is that night, fried chicken night. Let's go, y'all. You know you want to follow me. What's going on? What you got?
Korean fried chicken sandwich. This is our fried chicken and waffle sandwich. You've got some pickled green tomatoes, lots of pickles, and the bourbon maple syrup.
You know, I got so confused in the whole thing. We figured we're just going to show you what happened. Okay? As a judge of this year's chicken coop, I couldn't choose just one winner. Chef Mark Rosidi from Shake Shack, hello baby, made a salt and pepper honey chicken that was excellent. And Chef Miguel Trinidad from Boilermaker made a popcorn chicken waffle cone that was so good, I had to invite the two of them here because they made wonderful things, wonderful things. So let's talk about the chicken first. So, can you share a little bit of this with us? What did you do? What's the recipe?
I was just eating.
Well, it's a basic chicken waffle. What we start with is the waffle batter, and you can do any basic batter. We want to drop some in here just to form the cones.
Oh.
About a teaspoon.
Yep.
We can do that real quick.
Yeah. Oh, you just pour it.
Just pour it right in and let the waffle maker do its work.
Oh.
All right. We'll leave that in there, and while that's working, I'll tell you about the marinade. And what we have is some soy.
Yep.
We have some Worcestershire. All right. We have some lime juice.
I'm in.
All right. And we have some minced garlic.
Garlic.
You let that sit for about an hour.
Right.
All right. Here we have it already marinated.
Right.
We're going to drop it in the flour.
Drop it in the flour.
All right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Just toss that, let it coat for a little bit.
Coat that bad
All
boy.
Sift it and drop it in the fryer.
Drop it in
And
the
this is
fryer.
the final one, right?
Okay? Yeah. And here we have the chicken already done. Here we
Whoopi,
go.
would you like a little one or?
Huh?
You might want to take one from me. These are already assembled and ready to go.
I'm giving it. That's delicious.
Thank you.
Oh, that's so good. Now, what I'm going to tell you is that the chicken kuppelbak was not just about chicken. There was some delicious desserts. So I made it the Whoopi Award for Westlight's executive pastry chef, Jason Casey, because he made a fried apple pie with bourbon caramel. That was off the hook. So we're going over there, pardon me.
Thank you.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. Tell us about what you did.
So we're going to do a fried apple hand pie. We got a little bit of butter in the pan. We got some apples. I like to use Honeycrisp because of the texture.
Right.
A little bit of vanilla. Throw it in there.
Wow.
We had brown sugar.
Well.
Sugar.
All right.
Cinnamon. Honey.
Honey.
And what we're going to do is boil this.
Right.
Bring it to a nice simmer. When it comes to a simmer, we're going to make a slurry, what it's called. It's apple cider mixed with some cornstarch. What'd that do to you? Good? New friend. Once it comes to a boil, we'll add the starch and cider vinegar.
Right.
And what's going to happen is this we're going to need to bring to a boil to cook out the starch. After this cooks, it's going to need to sit overnight, chill, and we're going to have this right here.
Ooh.
This is the apple filling.
Right.
Because they're so little, can you eat a bunch of them?
You can eat all of them.
Don't make offers you can't follow through on. Oh. Sorry.
It's basically an empanada mold. You can cut with the back, make circles, and we fill it by placing the cut circles in the center.
Right.
Fill it with apple. Pop it closed.
Wow.
Pop it out. And put it in the fryer.
Is this easy for someone that doesn't cook a lot?
Yeah, I mean, thank you. This you can keep and make ahead of time. These you can actually freeze. And then if you want to do them for a party or something like that a day later, you can do that. So it's pretty easy to do.
Well, then we're going to encourage people to make these because you can find the complete recipes online. So hopefully, and I'm sure they'll turn out just like this.
They will.
They will.
And make sure to call me.
Well, you know, it got so good to me, I have to go back and get another.
Wait.
I have to go get another cone. You go ahead and
Wait,
fry.
I want you to show me how to do this.
Yes.
So we're going to fry them. We throw them in there. It's about 3 to 4 minutes. Then we take them out, hit them with a little bit of cinnamon sugar. And then we're going to, this is creme fraiche. This is the bourbon caramel.
Creme fraiche.
And you can use it to dip.
Wait, but I don't have one of these gadgets at home.
You don't? You could use a pot with a thermometer. You want to do about 350 with a skimmer. So 3 to 4 minutes, if it stays at around 350, it should come out the same result. You want it the color of basically a baked apple pie.
Oh, yeah, I've never made one of those.
No? Come on.
But that's why you have to look at our site, because one of the things that we don't generally do is we don't generally give recipes away, but you're lucky. Today you're going to get recipes for both pieces.
You said it wasn't all about chicken, and we had this dessert. What else did you guys see there that you loved?
I loved everything. You know, whenever I do the chicken coop, I'm always happy because I know the money that they raise is going to go feed kids, and it's going to feed families and people who need it. So that's why I love it. And so they made amazing chicken. They got burgers. They got all kinds of stuff. I'm looking in so many places because I'm so happy to be eating all of this.
Me too.
But I'm just saying thanks to Miguel and Jason for sharing their secret recipes with us. Go to our website. That's where you'll find them. We'll be right back. Hey. So, pardon me for chewing. But I got some chicken in my gums. It's really good, right?
So good. She wants another one, but she's waiting for the show to be over.
Well, we're going to make it happen for you. We want to say thank you. Have a great day. Take a